Good evening and welcome back to the European Championships. We're here in Châteauroux for day one of the finals. And it's our final of the day, the Skeet Men Junior. About to get underway in just a second. So these European Championships have started with a real bang, quite literally. We've had medals for the home nation, we've had medals for Great Britain, and now in this final, there's a chance for Cyprus, certainly, with two athletes in this final. One from Greece, one from Germany, Ukraine and Hungary are the other countries represented in this final. So the athletes now just making their way out to the field of play. My name is Rory McAllister. Alongside me is Bethany Norton of Great Britain.
Present you with a bib number 1, representing Greece with a qualification score of 123 targets. The European Championship 23 participant at Osijek, and at Lima at the World Championships he take part. His name, Ephraim Nikolantonakis. So
Ephraim Nikolantonakis of Greece is first to be introduced in bib number 1. He was 25th at the World Championships in Lima and has now blasted his way into this European Championship final. He's been 6th in the European Championship twice, both in the Team Men Junior. Meanwhile, here's Andreas Pontikis of Cyprus, popular amongst the crowd, 18 years old, silver medalist at the European Championships in Osijek in the Men Junior 2 years ago.
Representing Germany, the participant of the Junior World Cup 25 at Zuhi. Here is Magnus Erdmann. Bib number 4, 122 the score. Representing Ukraine, the silver medalist of the Junior European Championships at Osijek in 23. He was also at the World Championships 24 in Lima. Here is Iván Raghulia.
So Magnus Erdmann of Germany introduced in bib number 3. And then for Ukraine, Iván Raghulia, silver medalist at the European Championships 24 in the mixed team junior.
European Championships 24 at Lonato. Here is Tamás Ternak.
And Tamás Ternak of Hungary, next to be introduced, 20 years old, has competed at World Championships and European Championships before, and now finds himself here in this final.
Cyprus, he was silver medalist from the Junior World Championships 23 at Châteauroux, and at the European Championships 23 at Osijek he participated. Today in the final, Markos Kontopoulos.
And Markos Kontopoulos is next to be introduced, second athlete from Cyprus in this final.
In charge for that final, Marian Carbonari, Romania.
And Marian Carbonari of Romania.
Referee in charge for that final will be Christophe Boucher, France.
And Christophe Boucher of France is our referee in charge.
Ready? You know the rules. So give us the applause and send them in their final. Come on, everybody! Give me your hands, come on!
So Marian Carbonari, the jury, just getting ready to start and take their positions. He's a mean chef, I can tell you that. I've spent some time with Marian over my years. I never thought anyone could make tomatoes, lemon, olive oil, salt, and onions taste so good. Incredible. Right, let's have a look at the qualification. Nikolantonakis of Greece, alongside Pontikis, both on 123. That went to a shoot-off, so therefore separated them by those bib numbers in this final.
So let's start. Junior man.
Meanwhile, the 28-degree temperature hasn't dipped since the last final, but the wind gusts now reading 5 meters per second, whereas for the women's final, they were reading 13. So it does feel a little less breezy, but we'll see if those conditions actually end up causing an issue or leading to higher scores. So here we go. If you are just joining us, welcome along. We're live for you on YouTube and also on Facebook on the European Shooting Confederation video stream. So it's timed out, and Christophe Bouche has issued a yellow card. The shot clock just off to the side, you can't see that on your screens, is set at 30 seconds. And you've got that time to make your call. So that's a hit and a miss for the Greek. No, there's a hand in the air from the ref. Scoreboard is saying a miss. I know our graphics says 4 out of 4. And that's now been corrected on screen. And now Pontikis of Cyprus is the first to step up at station 3. And now to face this reverse pair. Again, there's just 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Bit of a nervy start here, Bethany.
Yeah, and a perfect start for Andreas on a 4 out of 4 on the first stand at station 3. As you'll notice in the final, skeet shooters will only shoot doubles. In a qualification round, we'll shoot a mixture of singles and doubles.
Yes, in qualification, it's the last one that's my favourite, the one that
Station 8
goes over your head.
certainly tests your reaction times, that one.
So Magnus Erdmann of Germany, 3 out of 4. Ragulia now for Ukraine with a miss and a hit.
And a strong double there to finish up on a 3 out of 4.
So you see Thomas Ternick just left-handed with the shotgun, rested into what's known as the mount position.
That low house just getting carried away by the wind there. An unfortunate miss to start.
And in that mount position, you've got to make the call, then raise the shotgun up. And then take your shot. In trap shooting, you can actually take aim and then make your call when the targets are released in front of you, then go away from you. And skeet shooting, like you're watching now, the targets go from side to side.
Another difference between skeet and trap is the delay of the target. So in Olympic trap, all the targets will be instant, whereas in skeet, they come out at a random time between 0 and 3 seconds. And another perfect 4 out of 4 there for Marcos. We're going on to station 4. Each shooter will shoot 1 pair, shooting the high target first and then the low target.
So first elimination comes after 20 targets, as you can see on your screen, with that 20 indicated on the timeline. And if there is a tie, it will come down to bib numbers, and that's why the qualification is so important. So it means the person with the lowest bib number, 1 being the highest, 6 being the lowest in this instance, in terms of position, then leaves the final.
It's also worth noting that Marcus in bib 6 had to shoot a 4-pair shoot-off against an Italian shooter in order to enter this final. So he will already be at a disadvantage shooting so many pairs going into this final.
So we see Magnus Erdmann there, such a tall skeet shooter, really leans into the shotgun and leans right in and over the shot. But it works, 2 out of 2.
Another great pair there, really good timing, very controlled.
I think he just clipped that second target. And the rules state as long as it breaks into at least 2 pieces, because sometimes you can think, well, there was dust in the sky. I mean, obviously it's luminous from these flash targets, but there are shotgun ranges where there is plenty of dust around, and I know I've heard stories of referee and jury confusing dust in the sky with actual dust from a hit, so that's why we tend to use these luminous flash targets in finals. These types of targets aren't used in qualification, they're different, but this is in order to make things just that little bit brighter in the sky.
Us as shooters find it really exciting when we get into a final internationally, as we get to shoot these flash clays, as we don't really have a chance back in England especially.
Yeah, sometimes the weather isn't that kind to us. Certainly in the days when I started back with my father in the plains of England, it wasn't quite as advanced as it is now. And the lenses as well that you see the shooters wearing, such as that shade there, really help make the targets brighter in the sky. It's almost sometimes with the lenses like they're actually lit up, and particularly in this instance as well, when you have bright orange targets on a really clean, high, flat, solid background, like you're seeing on your screens.
It's been quite tricky in qualification. You know, the sun's been moving around a lot. It's been quite cloudy. So you have to find a compromise between having a dark enough shade of lens that it blocks out the sun, but having it light enough that you're still able to see the clay, and especially if the sun then goes behind a cloud, that you've still got good visibility. That's why you often see these shooters wearing pinks or reds or purple glasses. And a big cheer for the German crowd. Perfect 4 out of 4.
Yes, as Beth just said, great performance from Magnus Erdmann there, 4 out of 4. So Christoph Busch, who is a very experienced referee. Clearly just a bit of confusion here. I think it's mainly with the actual score controller, because the referees hold these little consoles that say hit or miss, and there's certainly some discrepancy at the moment. The coaches, some of them are up off their seats, and there's all sorts of gesticulation going on, and I think what the jury there was about to give a yellow card to the coaches.
Don't think I've ever seen that one before.
Well, certainly holding no prisoners, are they really? Right, let's get back into this, shall we? So Iván Raghulia of Ukraine. Well, we thought he was about to shoot, but Marian Carbonaro, the jury, has just marched off over to the side. That's where our technicians are, who are controlling the scoreboard for the hit and misses. And again, Marian Carbonaro, just off your screens, actually reaching. No, there we have it, a yellow card. And that's a yellow card for Cyprus and their coach. Well, drama here already in Châteauroux, as if we didn't get enough drama last time we were here for the Olympic Games. Raghulia, meanwhile, 3 out of 4.
Great first pair, considering he shot that whilst the coach was being given the yellow card. So really, really good on him to keep focusing on the pair.
Yeah, it's a great point that Beth makes as well, just really staying in the zone, staying on the job in hand, and not getting carried away with what's going on in the background. Shooting is such a mental sport, the last thing you need is too many physical distractions.
And an unfortunate first miss there for Marcos. I think the wind just took that low house right up there, but he managed to get back for the second one. And a strong finish to end on a 9 out of 10. The scoreboard's looking quite close.
Yes, we have another round of 10 before we move to our first elimination stage. And here's how it stands. We've got Thomas Ternik of Hungary, who then moves up to 5th place. So it's Pontikis in 6th place on 7 hits. 2 athletes tied on 9, that's Erdmann and Kontopoulos. And then 2 athletes, 3 even, tied on 8. Nikolantakis, Raghulia and Ternak, all on 8 hits out of 10. So another 10 targets and the second visit back to Station 3. Once again, 4 targets each. When we go back to Station 4, it's still 2 targets, but just on a reverse rather than a normal double. Well, that's great shooting from Nikolantakis. 12 out of 12, perfect start for the athlete from Greece.
You can see the Greek coach getting out of his chair there, looking very excited and proud of his athlete. And a great station for Andreas there, finishing on an 11.
And that target just high, rising with the wind, up and off to the right. Just there was no dip, so therefore for Erdmann. And just in terms of his shot preparation, I think it just caught him a little bit off guard. The wind has dipped since the Skeet Women Junior final, but it's still breezy and there's still gusts. And that's 1 hit, 1 miss for Raghulia, who was trying to get off to another perfect start. 11 out of 12. Well, just a bit of maturity as well there from Thomas Ternik. Just not quite ready, so just signal to the ref. Just need a moment.
It's very difficult as a skeet shooter in a final to deal with the cameras. And I think what we're noticing there is that the cameraman stood very closely on the left-hand side of the Hungarian athlete. And as he's setting up to hit the high house target, he's got that camera in his peripheral vision, and we don't have that in qualification. So to go into a final is something quite different that you have to deal with.
So after that second visit to Station 3, you can see how it stands, a very close final. And I think compared to the Women Junior Skeet final, this is certainly the wind at play here, Bethany, because the standard is still as high, but we're just not quite seeing as many misses as we did a few hours ago.
No target there. The Cypriot athlete is going to have to reset, re-prepare, and get ready to shoot the pair again.
Well, even after that pause, does ever so well. Bravo, shout the fans from Cyprus. And Pontikis now takes his total to 13, just with that one miss so far.
That was a lovely pair there. That high house is bending right down in the wind.
And great technique there to make that final shot, that second shot. Great use of body movement, the hip sway and the knees. And those reactions are what you need at this level. So Kontopoulos makes a miss on that second shot. We're now back at station 5 and heading towards our first elimination. The bib number system is absolutely, I think, no doubt going to come into play here. There's 3 athletes tied, or 4 athletes tied on 13. And in that sense, Nikola Antonakis does have a bit of an advantage here. He's in bib number 1, so if he hits these next 2, and he's missed just the 4, well, he's missed that last one even.
It's also worth noting that every one of these athletes in this final has had to shoot off to sort this bib position. So it shows just how important not only qualification is, but also the shoot-off stage, which takes place in between the qualification and the final.
Well, Bravo rings round again from the Cypriot supporters. 4 out of 4 for Pontikis. Bib number 2, he's in first position with 4 athletes still to shoot.
And an unfortunate miss on a very nasty reverse pair there with the wind. What you may not know about skeet shooters is that we don't shoot the reverse pairs in our qualification rounds, and the only times we really get to practice them are on pre-event training. So although the skeet shooters may seem comfortable with the normal pairs, often we'll see more misses on the reverse pairs as it's a bit more nervous, and we haven't practiced them as much as we have under pressure as the normal pairs.
So Thomas Ternik, and there goes the buzzer. 3 out of 4 takes his total to 16. So Kontopoulos here can get to a total of 17, which would mean that Thomas Ternik, who's in bib number 5, would then leave the final as he's tied alongside Ragulia and Nikola Antonakis. And Kontopoulos has just confirmed his survival just goes to show, even when you're in bib number 6, just keep on going, keep on shooting and try and keep on hitting, because it can result in you surviving to the next stage and getting past that elimination process. So the first athlete to leave this final, representing Hungary, is Tamás Ternik, 20 years old, wearing bib number 5. And he was tied on 16 hits alongside Raghulia of Ukraine and also Nikola Antonakis of Greece. Now, Nikola Antonakis in bib number 1 can't get too complacent, because as the bib number system and the eliminations progress, it won't necessarily save you if it then comes down to a gold medal shoot-off, because once we get past the bronze medal stage, then the bib number system is eradicated. But for now, Nikola Antonakis in bib number 1, as long as he's tied with somebody else, will at least survive to the next stage, or even perhaps even end up with a bronze medal. Let's just see. So 3 athletes tied on 17 hits. And we're back now for the 3rd time at station 3. And it's just stations 3, 4 and 5 that are used in finals, whereas there's 8 stations in qualification.
That was a very nasty pair there, with the high house being pushed down in the wind, proving to be very difficult for these athletes today.
Well, Pontikis has got great support here. He's now 2 in front. He's on 21. Magnus Erdmann, great style there as well. Really bosses into it.
It's not very often you see a tall skeet shooter. When you look at the top of the senior men especially, most of them are, I wouldn't say short, but around the 5'10", 5'8" mark. In trap, height's definitely an advantage. You can look down on the clay, whereas skeet, you wanna see the underbody of the clay, which is why being short is usually a benefit.
Is that why I'm no good at it? That must be what it is. It must be what it is.
We'll go with that.
I'll switch to trap, I think. So Ivan Raghulia now on 20.
Another lovely pair from Marcus there, looking very smooth, very controlled.
Yeah, such a strong nation in terms of shotgun shooting, Cyprus. Missed the first one, managed to get the second. And once again, the cheering from the crowd has just set off another set of targets from the high and low house that have just flown from left to right.
Usually what would happen in these conditions, in qualification especially, the wind can often set off the microphone as well. So what the refs and the technicians would do is they would turn the sensitivity of the microphones down. So you have to really shout that bit louder to get the clays to release, but you have a less chance of no birds. The lovely pair there, very good timing, very quick, nicely stacked. And a big cheer from the crowd then as he walks out. You might notice that on the end of Marcus's barrels, there's some white tape. This is just to draw awareness to the barrels and where the barrels are in relation to the clay. Some shooters really like it, some don't.
So big cheers for Nikolontanakis. Absolutely slaps away those empty cartridges and knows with 25 hits. He's in bib number 1. He's not quite safe just yet.
And another excellent station there for the Cypriot. Another 4 out of 4. He ends this round on a 10 out of 10.
Well, Magnus Erdmann, I'm sure you heard that in the background, that the Germans just went absolutely wild. And he secured his place in the next stage of this final, and Raghulia has a chance here to try and heap more pressure onto Nikolontanakis. So Raghulia here can tie, which means he'll be leaving the final. And with that miss, it means once again that Nikolontanakis has escaped another elimination because of the bib number. Well, Kontopoulos, 4 out of 4, total of 27, and we have the next elimination from this final. And representing Ukraine, Iván Raghulia, 18 years old, silver medalist at the European Championships 2 years ago in the mixed team junior. And he's lost out to the bib system there. Ephraim Nikolontanakis, like a cat with 9 lives, has escaped 2 elimination processes by the virtue of having bib number 1. So for Ukraine, they leave in 5th place, and Raghulia leaves on a total of 24 hits.
No, yes, I have to look, I have to count, 25, 26, Erdmann and Nikolontanakis.
So a tie at the top, still separated by the bib system. And that bib system is in effect right through to the bronze medal decision.
After these final 10 targets, we'll have another elimination, and then we will know our 3 podium athletes. The final 20 targets will decide the medal placements.
If you are just joining us on YouTube or Facebook, welcome along to the ESC video stream. We've had 2 eliminations, 4 athletes left. Here's Nikolontanakis back at station 3. Thanks to those of you taking part in the live chat as well on YouTube. Just reading through some of your comments. Nice to see you here. Nikolontanakis, well, I thought there for a moment it'd be 4 out of 4. And I just wondered if he's just going to up his game ever so slightly, but still a solid 3 out of 4 back at station 3. So Pontikis temporarily goes into the lead.
Just getting unlucky with that second pair there, the reverse bird, just getting pulled down by the wind, making it very, very difficult.
Well, I think there'll be, again, loud cheers if Erdmann hits these next two. Oh, just missed that second target from the high house. It just raced off. I don't think he quite got in front of it. But he's in second place as it stands on 29. And that's a great visit at station 3 for Kontopoulos. He's now the clear leader on 31 hits. We're back at station 4. There's just 2 targets per athlete at this one with 4 athletes left.
The ref just signalling there that the low bird is meant to be shot first. So in every 10, it alternates. We have a high bird pair on the first 10 and then a low bird pair on the first 10, and it keeps alternating, which often gets very confusing to keep track of. So it's very good that the ref is taking that initiative to refer to which target is meant to be shot first.
And Christophe Bouche, a very experienced referee. And here in his home nation as well. Well, no misses so far at this visit to station 4. What a miss on that first one from Erdmann. The German stays locked then on 30 alongside Nikolontanakis. Kontopoulos now has a chance to go into the lead, albeit slenderly by 1, but a chance nonetheless. Oh, misses the first one, takes the second, so is on 32 alongside his fellow teammate and Cypriot Pontikis. Back at station 5 now, and the next elimination looms over the next 4 shots. So Nikolontanakis, maximum he can hit here is 34.
Ideally, he would need to hit all 4 targets to make sure that he advances to the bronze medal match at least. And 1 miss there puts him at slight chance of being knocked out if a lower bib number scores above a 33.
Pontikis with a decent 4 out of 4. Blasts up to 36. Now Erdmann once again hunched and ready to go, but first miss, second one was a hit, but he's on 31. And takes those 2 to the delight of the German team and supporters on a total now of 33.
That means has secured his place on the podium alongside Ponticus, both safe from elimination after these final shots.
Yes, I mean, Châteauroux still had to hit those two. He's unlikely to miss all four, but I've seen it happen a few times. Not many. He slaps those empty cartridges down with real aplomb, and it means that the German now leaves the final. And as Beth was just saying a second ago, the podium places have been decided, and Magnus Erdmann, 18 years old from Germany. Bearing in mind, he was 40th, 4-0 in Seoul a few weeks ago at the Junior World Cup, and Magnus Erdmann has come here into the final and now leaves in fourth. And it's a great performance from the 18-year-old man from Germany.
And Ponticus. Nicolantonakis must reduce an advantage of 3 targets.
So we now have 3 eliminations and 3 athletes left. So Cyprus guaranteed 2 medals, and Greece alongside them. 2 nations who are just fierce in the world of shotgun shooting, so competitive, and always are there or thereabouts with the goods. So bib number system still in play until the bronze medal is decided. If you have just joined us, welcome along. We're live for you on the ESC video stream. That's the European Shooting Confederation, both on Facebook and on YouTube. You can like the videos, make your comments as well. And if you want to join in on the live chat on YouTube, then you're more than welcome to do so. Just looking through it now, seeing some of your comments, where you're watching from around the world, who you're here to support as well. Oh, Nicolantonakis, is he now going to start to press the pedal and accelerate into the final stages of this final? Now on a total of 37, 4 out of 4 at station 3. Oh, those 2 birds pretty high. Ponticus did really well to get those first 2. The second 2, a little bit more pedestrian, but 4 out of 4 nonetheless. He's up to a total of 40 and 3 in front of Nicolantonakis.
It's really good to watch the shooters in the wind moving to the targets, not where they think the targets are supposed to go. And that's when we get the good connections and those clean breaks that we're seeing now.
Well, just the 1 miss at that visit to station 3, and that was from Kontopoulos. Still in front by 2. Back now at station 4. So back now to the high house first, and then the low house, and just 2 targets per athlete at station 4.
That was a nasty low house there, getting pulled right up in the wind. Usually in the wind, that target's been pushed down, so it's very rare to see it pushed up in the wind.
So station 5, an interesting visit to station 4, certainly for Ponticus and Kontopoulos, both with 2 out of 2. Nicolantonakis with a miss on that first shot. And Pontikis, well, hardly a gap in between either of those two shots there. Sorry for Nicolantakis, but it's now Pontikis to shoot. And oohs and ahs ring round the crowd.
Once again, a very wind-affected target.
And those last two taken by Pontikis up to 45. Kontopoulos now is confirmed as a bronze medalist if he misses all of these, but can blast his way into the silver and gold positions, and does so with those first two hits. He was unlikely to miss all four, but it's just the possibility was still there. Well, with that one, it's a miss, so it means he's one behind Pontikis, but it means now the bronze medal has been decided, and it's going to Greece. And Ephraim Nicolantanakis, well, ran out of lives really in the end, but it doesn't matter because he's got a medal, and Greece have their first medal of the European Championships. And it's a bronze medal for Ephraim Nicolantakis, 19 years old. He was 25th in Lima at the World Championships. He's been sixth twice in European Championship finals in the team men junior. And now in the individual event, has his own medal, and it's bronze.
10 targets to go.
So, two athletes from Cyprus. The bib number system is now completely wiped clean, and Pontikis and Kontopoulos will now battle it out for the gold medal here in Châteauroux, which was the venue for the Olympic Games 1 year ago.
Applause. And all the others also, applause.
Well, a great day for Cyprus, guaranteed a gold and a silver. Will it go to a shoot-off? There's just one hit that separates these two athletes as we go back to station 3.
This is definitely going to be a very close final 10 targets. Very tense.
Great 4 out of 4 for Pontikis, particularly at this stage of a final. Lots of pressure. You know you're into the final 10. Unless it goes to a shoot-off. Kontopoulos not quite ready, and certainly Christophe Bouche just signalling to go again. And again, that second target was really rising high with the wind, but Kontopoulos got right on top of it and managed to take the hit. Oh, and he's unlucky really to miss that second one, but it's just raced off quite low to the right as well. And it just keeps this final 8 targets now interesting. There's a gap of 2 hits between the two Cypriot athletes. There's a gap of 1 as we began this final 10. Christophe Bouche now invites the two athletes back to station 4.
That pair just shows you how crucial the wind is in clay target shooting, in Skeet especially. There's nothing he could have really done on that target. It was basically on the floor by the time he had a chance to shoot it.
Yes, it came very low. And he takes those 2. And now Kontopoulos is hoping, I'm sure, that he won't get unlucky this time with the wind. And doesn't, certainly on this occasion. Nails those 2. It's all he can do as well to try and keep on the heels of Pontikis. And still 2 hits separating the 2 as we now go back to station 5, maybe for the final time. So Pontikis can hit a total of 55. So if Pontikis gets to 54, the gold medal's confirmed. So just one more hit required for Andreas Pontikis, 18 years old, and could about to become the European champion. Oh, and does so. Well, he only needed one, but hey, why not hit two? 4 out of 4 at station 5, and it's all the 5s for Pontikis. Total of 55 hits. And now just respect for Kontopoulos, who's just going to conclude this final for us and bag the silver. So he's done it with that, a total of 53, 4 out of 4 for both of the athletes at station 5.
The new European champion with a perfect round. And gold goes to Cyprus, to Andreas Pontikis.
And 18-year-old Andreas Pontikis has become the European champion. He adds to the silver medal that he took at the European Championships in Osijek in the men's juniors. That was 2 years ago, and is now upgraded to gold, and finally has the joy of calling himself European champion.
Here's the official presentation.
So the medalists now lining up.
Representing Greece, Ephraim Nikolantonakis.
And Ephraim Nikolantonakis from Greece, 19 years old, is the bronze medalist.
Representing Cyprus, Markos Kontopoulos.
And Markos Kontopoulos from Cyprus, confirmed as the silver medalist.
The gold medal goes to Cyprus, Andreas Pontikis.
Well, he did so well in the end and just managed to pull it out of the bag. Andreas Pontikis came into this final in bib number 2. Once it went down to the battle for the gold, that didn't matter. 18 years old, a silver medal 2 years ago in Osijek, and now makes the upgrade to gold and the title of European champion. A great day for Cyprus, gold and silver. And then not too far from Cyprus itself, Greece take the bronze. There it is confirmed on your screen. Greece with the bronze medal, Cyprus with silver and gold. Alongside me has been Bethany Norton. Your summary of that final.
I mean, it was pretty tense all the way through, very close, only one target in it. We saw the bib number structure come into play, and then we had the 2 Cypriot athletes down to the gold medal match. So very exciting, very tense, very high stakes. Congratulations to all the athletes.
So the Cypriot flag being held out and certainly displayed with such joy, I think. And why not? Because on a day where you take a silver and a gold medal, it's a perfect opportunity to do so. So here's a look back at the final we've just witnessed. Well, a great look back at that final, and just those scenes at the end as well. Hugs all around, and why not? Cyprus have walked off with a gold and silver medal from today. And that's how day 1 finished up. A gold medal for Istvan Penny in the 3 meters and the 50-meter 3 positions men. That was the first time actually Istvan Penny could claim the title of European champion. And then Riker Ibsen with a 10.9 right at the very end in the 50-meter rifle 3 positions women. And then a great day for Great Britain. 2 medals, a gold and a bronze in the Skeet Women Junior. And then for Cyprus and Greece, it was 2 medals for Cyprus, a gold and silver, and then the bronze for Greece. So there's our schedule for tomorrow, day 2. Yes, packed. We're going to be back Central European time at 12:15. So do join us for the 50-metre rifle 3 positions duet, the bronze medal match and gold medal match. Then the turn for the Skeet Women Senior final at 2:15, 3:30 for the Skeet Men, and then we'll culminate with 2 25-metre events for you. First of all, the Pistol Women at 5:30, and then finally at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, European time, the 25-metre rapid fire pistol men. That is just the schedule for day 2. We've got many more to come here at the European Championships for 2025. But for myself, Rory McAllister, alongside Bethany Norton and the entire team that brought you these broadcasts and transmissions today, thank you very much for joining us. Do like the video on Facebook, also on YouTube as well. You can like and subscribe to the channel. Have a good evening, have a good afternoon, have a good morning wherever you are around the world. And we'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of the European Championships 2025.